Welcome to the Loving Forward podcast. My name is Ol, and this container is for those who go beyond the surface. Here we speak to the depths of the human experience, honoring all parts, especially the ones we were taught to deny, disown, and repress. No scripted version, no spiritual performance, only the honest, embodied human experience. We explore love, connection, understanding, and a wide spectrum of healing modalities, not as things to master, but as practices in service of freedom. This isn't about fixing yourself, it's about remembering yourself, becoming more alive, and integrating that vitality into every moment. If you're curious about what it truly means to heal, in both the profound and the mundane, then you're in the right place. I welcome you with all my heart. I'm grateful you're here. Let's jump in.
Let me hit record. It's my podcast. You always want to hit record when you come onto my podcast.
It's my podcast now. This is a takeover. This is welcome to Loving Forward.
Who is this? He's not the one you want.
You know, that friend that you invite onto your podcast and then takes it over and hits record.
I mean, you do know more about podcasting than your average bear. So I think if there's anyone I trust with the keys to that thing.
Forgot how to podcast. It's been so long.
Oh my gosh.
I need to get back on the train with it.
Well, then this is divine.
This is
intervention.
helping me. Yeah, this is going to help me get Bonbon's Nook going again.
Bonbon's Nook.
Good old Bonbon's Nook.
Isn't this podcast sponsored by Bonbon's
It
Nook?
might be. Yeah, we should check that. Check with our lawyers.
Yeah, check the fine print first.
It's always in the fine print.
Well, welcome everybody, ladies and germs. Wait, I can't take that. Tim Ferriss says that.
Okay, what's it going to be then? What's your
Hey,
version?
welcome. I love you. No, that's not going to work either.
Welcome to Costco. I love you. You remember that from Idiocracy?
Yeah, I do. Oh, that movie gets scarier and scarier by the day.
You know what? It's not relevant. It's
Right.
a nightmare that is not going to come
Fever
true.
dream.
Yeah, but there's aspects that are really funny for sure.
It's so funny. So funny. Especially the Costco bit. But no, welcome to the Loving Forward podcast. I'm Ol, and I'm joined by the whimsical, wonderful, most brilliant human that I know, Sean Bonzel. Is that your last name, Bonzel?
You could say that.
Or
We'll say Boncel.
Boncel.
It sounds nicer.
Which also I should have asked. You go by Bonbon or Bon or
Yeah,
Sean?
Sean Bonbon.
Sean Bonbon.
Sean Bon. Or just first name Bon, last name
Say
Bon. That's kind of what I'm moving toward. People don't have time.
People don't have time.
We got to shorten everything.
for these double
Things move too fast.
Bon. I call you Bon, and I really enjoy calling you Bon. I know Oak also calls you Bon regularly, and it always sounds really good to me, but I know some people have the time, and they really enjoy calling you Bonbon.
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 It's fun
It's
because
super
of the alliteration, and
Yeah.
Bon also means good, so good.
Does that mean good? What,
Yeah.
what language?
I think French.
A bon
Bonbon.
appetit.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, thank you so much for joining us here today, joining all the hundreds of thousands of listeners here today on the Loving Forward.
Is that, have you looked at your metrics?
Yeah, the metric. Well, I think the zeros are invisible.
You got to click
for me
that extra expander button.
That's
It's in the 3-dot overflow menu, or it's in the hamburger menu. You know that one?
Yeah.
The hamburger menu.
The double
vegetarian
patty?
hamburger.
Vegetarian.
Yeah.
The synthetic meat vegetarian, or are we talking full on veggie?
We're
Black
talking
bean
full
burger.
on, full of black beans,
Good.
Punjabi lentil patty from Sundance salad bar that I love so much.
Those are
live
great.
off those sometimes.
Well, great thing we're here on the Loving Forward podcast talking about what we love, what's healing. I think those Punjabi patties are healing for your gut.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's just my hot take.
Part of it's, I think there's a alchemy or something coming out of the Sundance kitchen that just makes you feel good. It's permeating the whole place. I've had the worst days in my life, and I've walked into Sundance and walked out and felt immediately better.
That's beautiful.
There's something about that
gosh.
container of what the vibe that Sundance has been holding down since 1972 or whatever it is.
Yeah.
They've been doing it a long time.
Rest in peace, Gavin McComas. McGavin?
There's going to be a memorial for him February 1st, I think.
Oh, wow. Hey, man,
at the
that's
Farmers
awesome.
Market building. Yeah, and what a legend.
What a legend. I heard him and someone else were like fighting to the end with Whole Foods trying to come into town, like back in the I don't know, early 2000s or something. I don't know. That's just one story I was hearing about. Yeah, just they're just wanting to keep things OG. You know, and of course it's Whole Foods is in town, but Sundance is stronger than ever.
Pulling it down, it doesn't even matter.
The holiest ground. I love Sundance, and I think this will tie into everything at some point, but Sundance is one of those places that we have here in town where we can run into those people that we love in our community, and it's serendipitous. There's not a lot of places here in Eugene, Oregon where we can do that.
It's true. That's a really good point. Yeah. Usually that in other places it's like the co-op or something.
Exactly.
You see people hugging and having these moments in the aisles and blocking everyone from going by because they're so like having a moment together. That used to happen a lot at Olympia. At Olympia Food Co-op would there'd always be those moments. I found it really, really sweet and endearing.
Yeah, and it makes you feel like, hey, I kind of live here. Yeah, I belong here. This is my place.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's important to feel that way and not feel just this anonymity that you can often feel in towns and cities. Yeah, like, that Albertsons Target anonymity or the Target.
The Targets of the world. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Who was it? Somebody was. Never mind. It's making me think about how different I feel, depending on which grocery store I'm in or which business I'm in. There's some businesses you go into that just have the worst lighting, the worst colors. It's like a bad acid trip.
They have the worst. You can't put your finger on it too. There's that because I really believe that how a place is run at the highest levels of that company trickle down, the vibe trickles down. So if there's really nasty people at the top of a, say, Kroger or an Albertsons or something like that, that are not treating their employees well, et cetera, you feel that in the atmosphere and you can't put your finger on why. You could say, oh, it's the lighting, and that's part of it, but it's also just a general vibe that comes down from the top of the company.
That's right.
So, and then you go into other places and you're like, it feels amazing here because the people managing it are actually cool and they're treating their employees really well and everyone feels like happy to be there. I noticed that especially at like worker-owned collectives, like Winco, for example, not somewhere I would normally want to go, but the times I have gone there, I'm like, oh, the vibe actually feels good here because the people working here are invested and they're part of profit-sharing programs and so I hope that more and more people just won't put up with the Albertsons vibe or the whatever it is, big box, don't care vibe and shift it more toward like, okay, you could be a big box, but have a profit sharing program and have your employees feel like they're part of something.
Yeah. I mean, I'd say Costco has some level of that.
I guess they do have some.
Yeah, I hear people are pretty happy at Costco. So
maybe it's true. Welcome to Costco. I do love you. Because I'm
get the Costco guys
program, but I have good insurance.
They do have good insurance, and they seem to be pretty happy. I mean, it's still crazy. It's still crazy busy. Probably not super healthy with just that culture of like overconsumption and
the pizza,
busy
the pizza and soda.
Greasy. Talk about like the alchemical resonance that's coming out of their kitchens. You know, this is something I'm very curious about with you here on the Loving Forward podcast. We ask the pressing questions.
Okay,
I'm curious what you think is the difference. And I see you have your mic Is it set up the way you like?
I'm just optimizing.
Wait, we don't do any editing in this town or in this neck of the woods. So when, like, you might hear in this next podcast with Oak or the last one I just posted, there's a moment where I'm like, I gotta fix my hair, and then I'm like, we're not gonna edit it.
It's real, folks. What do you want?
This is real. And he's Bond what you want. I'm old. What do you know?
We don't make AI slop.
Nope.
We make real slop.
This is real.
No, we make things that are amazing.
They're not gigabytes. They're giggle bytes.
Oh, giggle bytes. I like that.
Hey, that should probably be in Nuzzletown.
Oh my God. Nuzzletown keeps expanding.
Giggle bytes. Anyways, the pressing question that I have for you is just like give you some space, some stream of consciousness, play around time with the thought of like, what's the difference between those who are running the big Krogers, the Krogers of the world, and those who, like Gavin, who started this amazing utopia of a natural food store company, successful in its own right. I'm talking about consciousness. Like, what's the difference in the consciousness there between those two, in your view, in your perception?
Oh, that's a great question. I feel that the difference has to do with a level of caring and appreciating we are all one at the end of the day.
Wow.
The oneness.
Mm-hmm.
And it's such a convincing separation and a convincing illusion, but some people have figured out how to see through that. And other people have not yet. They will, but they have not yet.
Wow. And
so they are still in a place of, I need to get mine, I need to hoard, I need to collect, I need to make sure that I am safe and I have plenty. Mm-hmm. And that plenty is different for different people, and sometimes it's never enough because it's a black hole, kind of needing to feed a black hole.
Yeah.
And that's where you get addiction from, and that's where you get greed and power, people abusing power. And we see like the abuse of power like ripple through everything, including country fair, when people get into positions there and they start to abuse it. And because maybe they don't feel very in control of their own life, because they are trying to control, when they need to maybe surrender a little bit more to the mystery and to an understanding that even if it doesn't appear that way, sometimes life ultimately does have your back, and it is all here to help you grow as a soul and experience consciousness and the growth of consciousness. And so that's a very meandering way to answer the question. But to go back to the beginning, I think that the difference there is like someone starting Sundance, they are also doing it on a scale that is way more connected to the local community, whereas a Kroger or a Big Albertsons, they have abstracted themselves from communities on such a level that is unfathomable. And it's where you get corporate level abstraction. And then it's easy for people to make decisions that have huge impact on individual people and communities and resources, because they are doing it from a place behind a computer somewhere, miles away from where it's impacting.
That's all right.
And so it's easy to justify, and it's the bean counters.
The bean counters?
The bean counters. So that being like
counters, that's right.
The bean counters, the people that are just looking at the numbers.
Right.
They are counting the beans. And I like to think
it's an
of
ancient practice.
I like to think of someone does need to count the beans. Like there needs to be
a long time.
Things need to be accounted for. But what the problem is when there's an obsession about cutting costs and increasing profit margins for various interests, stock shareholders, when things go public and get so big, then there's like all this pressure to like shave off and cut the corners of what might be like a more humane approach, and then it's all about increasing those profit margins at any expense, unfortunately.
Wow.
And so I think that's what it comes down to a lot of times, with the differences between a big box and a little local thing.
That was a brilliant answer. Beautifully said. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was awesome, man. And I love how you related that even to OCF and that community. You know, it made me think that like it's for some reason it made me feel that this thing that is happening to the consciousness of the humans that are at the top of like the Krogers and these big corporate abstract companies, where there's like no one person that's doing it is turned into this super organism of like, what the heck is going on here?
Right.
We're just totally exploiting as much as we possibly can for profit. That almost makes me feel like that's a time spirit. Which is a term I might go into later. It's a term I've heard recently. That's
interesting. I haven't heard
this
that.
guy who Arnold Mendel is this amazing teacher that I am studying. He recognized this concept of the field, which is pretty popular at this point. The energetic field in groups and so micro levels and macro levels, the field. And he's noticed that through doing group conflict, and just being in big groups, that there are certain archetypes roles that people take on in those groups. It's almost like it's like 12 of, I don't know how many there are. There could be countless, but similar to how Carl Jung defined 12 different archetypes, he's like found certain archetypes that groups just tend to take on. Someone takes it on and he calls it a time spirit. And so this like hungry ghost, insatiable void of just like continuing to make more profit and just keep wanting more and more and more, and cut costs, whatever costs, abstract the humans so that it doesn't matter what you do to them. That almost feels like a time spirit, almost like it takes over somebody. Because if that can happen in OCF, that's, if those practices are showing up, then that makes me feel like, oh, they're kind of possessed by this time spirit.
This is like a universal phenomenon that can infect human beings, maybe.
Yeah.
The time spirit.
And he thinks that it's just karmic energy that needs to work itself out in groups specifically, because that's what he was dealing with, was in groups. But the time spirits can be non-causal, as much as they can be causal, where it's like, oh, that actually makes sense. You're taking on the time spirit of the victim.
Okay.
Like that makes sense because of your life experiences. Like you've had a really tough life. You've had people hurt you time and time again. And there's people that he noticed that take on the victim or the aggressor, and it is seemingly non-causal. It's non-related to anything that's happening in the space or in their life at that moment, but he's related it to something that's happening just in the world that has somehow affected this group. And these time spirits are in ways trying to work themselves out in these smaller groups. It's all very meta. It's sort of big picture thinking, kind of really outside the box, and that's why it's scary to talk about this stuff. But it makes sense now that I've been leading groups for almost a year now, and it makes sense. I feel like I can look back and recognize time spirits. Anyways, I believe that the only way for time spirits to be exercised, and for lack of a better term, is first to bring awareness to it and to name it. So kind of what you're talking about with the differences between consciousnesses, the people who are in the Kroger CEO executive boards, I have to believe that they are just severely unconscious. what they're doing. And you talking about abstracting corporate abstract, turning every human into another number, that seems like it's just turning off all the dials on compassion, empathy, love, everything that makes what I think Gavin, special, and the people like us, but we can toot our own horns like us, is that we've brought more consciousness to those dials.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's what I'm wondering, what you're thinking about all that.
Yeah, I think that it's good to have your hands on the dials of your own ability to raise the consciousness for your own life and your own empathy, and know where the dials are.
Yeah.
And maybe some people don't know where the dials are. They don't know that they're even there.
Yeah.
That they can turn up their awareness, turn up their empathy, turn up their care and understanding.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, we've found where the dials are.
Yeah, that's
and
right.
more people are all the time. So
Yeah.
I am hopeful that we're not headed into an idiocracy future.
Mm-hmm.
This is one version, that's one timeline, but I don't think it's going to happen. I think that there's way too much momentum behind people that care in this world.
Mm-hmm.
And in Eugene, there's a higher concentration of people that care
Truly.
in this area, even if you don't agree with the views or there's differences. It's still a general sense that people care, and there's like a live and let live and acceptance. Not everyone has the same views or styles, or not everything's their cup of tea, but I feel like there's a general caring of people that want to do the right thing and care about others, and that's promising. And I think more and more places are gonna be transforming into that and letting go of this old paradigm of like, oh, it's just me and my immediate family,
right.
My mic stand was drifting here.
Yeah.
Need to tighten it down a little bit more.
I'm going to talk to the people that are in charge of the mic stands.
Well, it's getting aware of the dial. Like I have the dial here.
Yeah.
The
there's
dial.
the dial.
Yeah.
We have all these actual tangible dials that we can fidget with or tinker with.
Yeah, I like to dial things in. I like knobs and buttons. And
You're really good at it.
Remote clickers.
Oh, I love it when you do that stuff too. It just looks so natural, and you're just in your element with that stuff.
I think so, yeah.
Well, I'm thinking now about the movie Inside Out. It's a cartoon. I don't know if you've seen it.
Yes, but I can't remember it very well, but I remember it being pretty delightful.
It's so delightful and insightful as well. There's listeners out there, I'm sure, that are like, yes, Inside Out. It's like for, it's for children essentially, but I think this is for people of all ages. It gives it really portrays very well what it's like internally, with our emotions. We have 5 primary emotions, and so there's 5 primary characters in this movie that are internal in this human that's going through puberty. So it's very intense, and it just like can it can shift in a dime, which from emotion to the next emotion. But they have this like soundboard that they work with all these dials and like a screen in the middle.
Nice.
It's just like a soundboard that they can work with the
love
emotions. That. I mean, yeah. And so I kind of think about that sometimes, and I think about my heart also having all these little dials that I can tinker with in moment to moment, kind of using my breath. If I really think about that, the breath is this beautiful bridge connector. Yeah, that was a beautiful deep breath. Have you done your breath work this morning?
I'm glad you asked.
Yeah.
I have not done it the past number of days because I've been out of the routine of it, but I think about it, and so I will get back into it. And once I click back in, I'm going to be doing it every day again.
Wow.
Yeah.
Let me finish this thought, and then I want to ask you about your experience with breath work. But breath is at every moment this bridge between outside and inside, mind and heart, body and spirit. So at any moment we can do that, and any moment we can actually, I think, regain control of our internal world. Through the breath, I believe that I can love more. Through the breath, I believe I can have more compassion, more understanding, more care. And that's my take for this morning. Anyways, Mr. Bond.
I have a question for you about the breath.
Yeah.
Why do you think it's so easy to forget about breathing and about the power of it if it's so powerful?
Isn't that something? Well, I mean, love is the most powerful thing in the world, and I think it's similar. How do we forget about love?
Yeah, good point.
How could you forget about love? I mean, I'm literally here because of one thing, and that's love. And so how did I forget about that? There's just so much distraction, and it's our brains developed in these ways that have strayed away from simplicity. And the simple things, the brain's gotten more complex, and the simple things are water, breathing, love, silence, being outside. That's, those are the simple things that we find to be so regulating and helpful and regenerative, restorative. So why do we forget about it? I mean, gosh, it's you right when you said that. I was like, well, why do we forget about tortillas?
Because
so that we can remember again
for the first time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
And also we forget about them because the illusion is so convincing.
Exactly.
Because it's designed to make you hungry.
Yeah. We all love that. You're brilliant. I can't believe you came up with that.
I don't take credit. These are things that just flow through me.
Exactly.
Really. I mean, I take partial credit, but
yeah.
I just kind of wait until something comes through that's creative that I like. And it's really more about a curation of like, that's not quite the right idea. I'm not going to do anything with that. Or like, oh, this one, for some reason, remember tortillas came to me. I don't know why. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to make a sticker out of that. Or I'm going to put that on a thing and see I'm going to play with that. Yeah. And then the more I play with it, I'm like, oh yeah, I like this one. I'm going to keep this one and keep working with it. And then it just keeps growing from there. And so there's all these elements of Tortilla Thursday that have come like that, where then people come to one for the first time and they're like, you have this going, and what's this thing, and what's little ball, and this what are these bells and these chimes, and like there's all these elements. I'm like, they're just kind of collected over the 2 years of doing it.
I have such a deep respect for the way that your fluidity with things, it's like things can come in for however long they need to that add to this overarching bit, or I don't know, or just that whatever offering it is you have, they can come in and they can go, and you just seem to have so much fun with it, and it seems to be so healing. And so I'm curious about what your thoughts might be on about creativity as a path for healing. Is that something that's you've ever considered? It's like that's your path for healing. I wonder. It
really does seem like that is my path. It's how I connect to the divine or something greater is through creativity. It's always been how it's been for me since I was little.
Wow.
And so it's like a lifelong journey of connecting through creativity and the imagination, and really like leveraging the imagination to take you places and take you good places. Like I've also dealt with, for a good part of my life, dealt with the flip side of that, where my imagination was taking me to not so good places all the time. And I was stuck in my head about so much paranoia and so much social anxiety and warped self-image. And I had to really work with that for for years of my life. And
Mm.
my powerful imagination was a curse in that flipped version of it, because it
Wow.
would take me into such convincing paranoia that was really hard to see through.
Yeah.
And at some point when I was living in Olympia, doing a lot of shadow work, not by choice, not consciously, but thrust
Love
upon me
it.
by life. I guess that's the way I was going to
Saturn
do it.
return too, right?
Yeah, Saturn return was involved, a little bit on the front end, but it was really like in my early 30s that I was doing a lot of the heavy shadow work, early to
Yeah.
mid 30s.
Yeah.
And I got to this point one day where I realized I had let go of fear in a big way. Like fear was not impacting me anymore. And it was like something just switched. And it was really strange how that happened, because you would think it would be like more gradual, but it was almost like, yep, yeah, you're not afraid anymore of much.
Wow.
And it's stuck. Like I'm really not that afraid of,
Yeah.
I'm not afraid of my own mind anymore. Like I don't get stuck in paranoid thoughts like I used to.
Mm-hmm.
I've really been able
Huge.
to transcend that whole flip side of the imagination, and now it's like just all positive.
Yeah.
I mean, occasionally I'll get off on some track and be like, okay, back to center now.
All right.
Back to center.
That got dark for a second.
Yeah, I'm not going to entertain that. That's okay. I see what that
Yeah.
is, and
Yeah.
not run from it, but just be like, okay, that's something I don't want to
Exactly.
spend more time on and more energy on. But yeah, really being able to leverage the imagination now for creativity that helps bring joy and wonder to other people, and whimsy, because I feel like one of my roles in life is to help people connect with things that are whimsical, because life can be so
true.
mundane and so boring at times. The things we have to deal with. I mean, I don't get bored because I'm always like on some creative project.
Yeah.
But I know how easy it is to feel like, oh my God, I got to do this again.
Oh yeah.
Life requires a lot of maintenance. There's a lot of obligations. There's a lot of responsibility. So whenever we can bring in some whimsy into that, it really helps. And people appreciate it.
Yeah.
And I see the responses at Tortilla Thursday when people are delighted by some sort of whimsical element that on its own, it's like, it's not like profound or anything, but it creates a response that can be profound for someone.
Yeah. It's so beautifully simple that it is profound. It's and that's the thing about you. Like, if I try to come up with some of these like labels that you make, or I don't know, just, I mean, even little ball is just so no one could make a little, I mean,
and I didn't make it up.
No, you didn't
It came about, but I became the steward of it, and I kind of took it the rest of the way.
You did.
Into what it is now.
Yeah. It's just things like that just sort of just you channel, that come through you, that if you were to put thought into it, then it would lose its whatever magic, and you have this power of, like, if it's coming through you put it out there and you don't overthink it.
It's really about a comfort with non-attachment, because if I get too attached to an idea, then that's the kind of paradox of it. It's like it just will dissolve it and make it into something that doesn't have that magic. So you have to really have a loose touch with it.
Wow.
And be willing to not grasp onto it or hang on to it.
That's one thing I really admire about you, and admired about you for, I think, the whole time we've been friends, is this deep sense that of non-attachment that you have. That at least that's what I'm perceiving. I've perceived that you've worked with non-attachment for a long time, and that tracks with what you're talking about with your thoughts and the imagination. What happens is we can get really attached to our thoughts and the dark places that our mind takes us, and take that as truth and as reality, and get really bent out of shape about it. And, like, as you're saying, that was part of your path of, like, whoo, what the heck? I am really deep in this underworld right now, and it's not serving me. And so, when we practice non-attachment, that's a good place to start. It's like, okay, these things are happening, being fabricated in my mind. and I don't have to like them or dislike them. I can just let go of them, just see them for what they are and just let them just move on, right?
Yeah,
I don't need to engage with them. Yeah, what a relief.
What a
Just
relief
move on.
in the body and in the mind.
Yeah.
You get that tensing up and that
So tense.
Yeah, to just what a relief.
Yeah,
And then
and
you bring
that's
in
the
the breath.
body.
Yeah.
That's the body. Once you're talking about the tense in the body, I mean, bring your that's really it. And the breath and the way that just noticing, like, I'm tense in my body. I'm holding, that's a key indicator. You're holding on to this spiral that you're in. You're holding on to these thoughts. So bringing that awareness to the body, then you can invite relaxing, letting go, softness, and the thoughts can leave down the river, down the stream. At least that's the hope.
Yeah, I think I have a natural go with the flow kind of mentality that I've always had since I was little.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
So that helps, I think. But I feel like anyone can, you don't have to be a go with the flow person. You can work with the non-attachment still.
Mm-hmm.
You can still get there. It's just different ways to get there.
Yeah. It's crazy, man. I mean, the way that these thought patterns can get so tightly wound up in our nervous system, in our brains, it makes sense that it can be hard to detangle from that, and like break free from that stuff. But I'm reading a book that I'm really excited about called The Brain That Changes Itself. It's actually to the right of us right now by Norman Doidge. And it's like, I think it's the seminal book on neuroplasticity and the way that the brain, through time and consistency, can, until the end of your life, be malleable. And to whatever it is you want, it's like, it's a good thing and a bad thing, because that means that, like, these really, if there's powerfully challenging things happen in your life, then yeah, you're taking that on, and your brain can take shape around that. But the inverse is also true. So I'm really excited about that book.
Very cool.
Yeah. The brain's really plastic. He's talking about how, like, he's seen through working with the just this concept of neuroplasticity, how just with working with the brain and the neuroplasticity, people who are deaf can start to hear, like reverse that. And same with blindness, like miracles, essentially. So that, what you're saying about powerful. Like, people can really practice, anybody can practice non-attachment. That's so true, but it takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of practice.
And what I'm realizing is that I'm really great at being non-attached to most things, but there are certain things that really get me, where I'm like, especially a special person in your life.
Yep.
It's super attached to that.
Oh my gosh.
Super attached. And that's, and it's like, maybe I'm just going to let myself be attached in this case, because I can't.
I think that's brilliant, honestly. I think with a lot of these things, what's really killing us is the resistance to our beings, to these patterns, and just the way we are, these thoughts and things. Our resistance to it is what's really killing us and creating pathology in our body. And so, like, through I'm learning about process work, and that's Arnold Mendel's beautiful, rich work. He talks about, like, leaning into that stuff fully, like, actually, like, allow yourself to be fully attached. And somehow, some way, it's almost like, it's like nonsensical. It's like that actually was the medicine, that like, I don't know. He's seen it reverse, like, cancer cancer, whatever, yeah. So it's, yeah, let yourself have that stuff. I'm certainly, I certainly struggle with things too in my mind, and when I can see myself struggling with it. And the other night I had something I was struggling with, and I said, you know what? I'm just gonna do the thing that I'm resisting, but bring a lot of consciousness to it. Bring as much awareness as I can. Go slowly, and just do it. And it was good. I was able to do the thing and not have any residual issues or energy, and I just did it, and I just said, okay, now I can move on.
Nice.
Now I can move on.
Mm-hmm.
So the other thing I'm thinking about too is like I heard a podcast a long time ago when I was really deep into Buddhism, and the person was a brilliant mind. I can't remember what their name was, but they had this hot take that were like, young people should not get into Buddhism. As a young person, it's natural and good, and a good thing to have desires, to be attached to things, to be passionate. And there is like there are forms of Buddhism that are like, you need to practice non-attachment, you need to be desireless, empty. And I heard that, I was like offended. I was like, no, like that's not right. I'm 20 years old. I should be a aesthetic Buddhist. And then I realized, like, wait, I'm still becoming somebody.
Right.
That's Ram Dass. He's like, becoming nobody, but you have to be somebody first.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Before you can be the empty, clear, quiet.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, that really makes sense. It's also confusing.
Yeah. It is, yeah. But I'm leaning into it. It's the thing. I think it's simple when it's like, what am I resisting? People become celibate because they think that's what they need to do.
Uh-huh.
They think that that's like part of, that, like, I don't know, something's off in their life. Maybe they're addicted to sex or something, or, but then what you got for the next, however many months it lasts is a horny celibate, which that's also, I'm taking that from Ram Dass.
Uh-huh.
But it's true. It's like, okay, what, you're resisting this so much. And, I guess you can have freedom on the other side of that at some point, or not.
I think it's good for self-control to really have that, self-mastery.
Yeah.
That you can be celibate for a time.
Yeah.
Same thing with relationships with substances like coffee or cannabis or something like that.
Yeah.
To do a long break and then come back to it if it feels in alignment.
Yeah. 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 No, that does feel good, and I like the mastery aspect of the mind. Yeah. I wanna I think for me, I just wanna just be so in my body that my mind is in service to that.
Yeah. That's a good goal.
Yeah.
It really does seem like the body is a big part of why we're here, to experience the world through our body, not to just be in our minds and separate ourselves from our body.
Yeah. Yeah. How are we doing on time?
I think we're exactly where we need to be.
If you're hearing this at whatever time, just also be aware that you're exactly where you need to be.
I've been having
right
this
now.
Interesting experience with my watch, because it's a mechanical watch, a really wonderful watch made locally in Springfield by Celeste.
Wow.
Woman watchmaker.
Yeah.
She's great. And I've had it for a long time, and it's been kept with new batteries and stuff, and it's been checked out, but it stops losing time, or it stops tracking time. It goes off specifically when I'm wearing it around Ashley.
Oh, wow.
So, and then when I told that to Celeste, she's like, oh, she's one of those people because she's had so many experiences of people bringing in watches for different reasons
This
and
is a
stuff.
cosmic watch.
And like, there are certain people that have an electrical field that throws off
Whoa.
timepieces. And it's like this phenomenon that cannot really be explained. And so it's a perplexing part of the mystery. And it's very interesting. So we've been playing with that. And like, I'll notice like because I had taken off my watch thinking it was broken and set it aside for like 2 weeks. I pulled it back out. It was exactly the right time. And so, but when I was wearing it normally, it was losing time. And so like it's really funny because the watch mechanically is fine. It's not any problem with the watchmaker or the watch itself.
Yeah.
It's some sort of electrical field thing.
So it stops working, but then it can always come back to
the
time.
The time will drift is what happens. But then if I'm not wearing it around Ashley, it will keep correct time, like to the minute. Like right now, it's totally correct. But if I wear it a lot around her, it will start to drift.
Oh, wow.
So it's very interesting.
That's a really strange.
Isn't that a strange phenomenon?
Yeah, that's really strange.
I think people have tried to explain it with different things, but there's really no good explanation for it. So it's like, chalk it up to the mystery.
Yeah. Score 1 for the mystery.
Yeah.
Another for the mystery.
Yeah, it's kind of like where do socks and hair ties go?
Right.
How are they always disappearing so well?
Yeah.
So thoroughly. It's like they're going into another dimension.
Yeah. Yeah, there's, speaking of another dimension, there's also like the Mandela effect.
Oh yeah,
right?
That one's a trip.
That one's a trip. And I guess I had a coworker who recently said that happened with Fruit Loops. The cereal Fruit Loops. It used to be just spelled fruit, Fruit. Now it's Fruit, Fruit Loops. And there's a whole bunch of people that are saying like, wait, that was always the case. And then there's people who are saying like, no, what? They just changed it or something. I don't know. So
it seems like a cereal straight out of Idiocracy if it's spelled that way.
Oh my God.
And then
if it's Idiocracy, then the O's have nipples on them.
That too.
Yeah, yes, it's Idiocracy. Oh my God. If you guys are listening to this, please maybe watch Idiocracy.
I prefer King of the Hill.
Oh my gosh.
Same creator.
Bobby.
Yeah.
Same creator?
Yeah.
Wow, that makes sense, I guess. Yeah. Wow. Do you watch television or do you watch shows?
No.
No,
I used
didn't
to,
think so.
But now I'm constantly watching YouTube videos that are educational. I'm just learning all the time.
You're just a learner.
I love to learn through YouTube videos and
you're so smart. Yeah.
Well, I'm only smart in certain ways.
Yeah.
I'm not like smart overall. It's like specific ways that I'm smart. But I think that's kind of the case for a lot of people.
Everybody. Yeah.
Yeah. We have our ways that we're smart.
Yeah. That's a really great, if you have a second, I am curious about what that means. I've had interesting conversations about this before. What it means to be intelligent. For me, intelligence means your survivability is high. Like you have like a really good understanding in how to survive.
Okay.
And that's what makes you intelligent. Like I knew this guy back in the day who dropped out of school at like grade 6 or 7. However, he knew how to like fix anything. He could fix anything. He just one of those guys where you're just like, I feel so safe around him because if anything goes wrong, he just knows what to do.
I love that. That's so cool.
Yeah. And so I was like, he's intelligent. I mean, he's not intelligent about like the books that I read or like the, he wasn't intelligent. I mean, that might not be fair to say that about him, but he, it seemed like, I would come in and I would say these big words. He would be like, why are you always saying big words to me? I don't understand what that means.
Because I like the way they sound.
Because I just like to show off. He's like, don't do that. I'm like, okay, no, yeah.
That's intelligent, actually.
Yeah. That's actually really smart to not use these big words. This energy expenditure that I'm using for these big words is too much. Like expenditure. Why did I say that?
Every time I see you next, I want you to use big words with me.
Precisely.
So that I can be amazed by the big words. Yeah.
I've known some big words or two.
That's awesome.
Anyways, yeah. So but stuff like that. That's he wouldn't know about things like that. But man, was he smart. Like his brain worked really well.
Mm-hmm.
You can look at a thing, and that's the engineer brain too, where you could look at something and like just know mechanically.
You can reverse engineer it. You can take it apart in your mind.
Yeah.
You have so that's a form of intelligence that's really impressive, is the ability to plan out and visualize intricate things and see it from different angles in your mind.
Yeah.
Ashley's got that.
I could sense that.
Maybe have some of it, but yeah, intelligence is really interesting because it can be such a depends on your definition of it kind of thing. For me, I think it's part of it's that what you described, and then another part of it is pattern recognition.
Yeah.
And ability to make associations rapidly.
Yeah, which happens in comedy, humor.
Yes.
People who are
quick wit.
People who are quick-witted,
improv,
just funny,
mm-hmm.
are smart. I think intelligent.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, funny on a level that's not just like shock humor funny, but like really observant and fast, able to be really quick about adapting to the situation and making associations, connections. Yeah,
that's my favorite form of intelligence. Actually,
nice.
I love that one.
I really like that too.
Yeah, there's different kinds of intelligence. Like you said, you're smart in the ways that you're smart, right? That you're smart in the ways that you know about things that you know about. And of course, there's these.
Yeah, it's like the knowledge. There's like knowledge kind of in smart, and then there's just general intelligence smart. Yeah. Of like how your brain works, maybe. And then there's like wisdom smart. Right. It's just different.
I like the intelligence where you can pick things up quickly. That's a nice intelligence that I think I can have. But the wisdom, that feels like we're using a different part of I wonder if we're even using our brain sometimes with wisdom.
Yeah, that's where it's like coming from the soul level.
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah. That's coming from the soul level. It's like, I would say it comes from the same place that your creativity comes from.
Mm-hmm.
I really do. I really, really do. And it's got that same healing energy with it.
What's a creative project that you're super excited and passionate about in this moment?
I love these podcasts. These are really fun and creative. And I love writing. I really love writing. I've been doing it. You sparked that. You were letting me know that it's good to have blog posts on my website. And I realized that that's actually that's a dormant skill of mine. I think I pushed it down into the depths of my being because whatever reason, I don't know exactly the right reason, but it got pushed down. And I had moments throughout my life where I had teachers, adults tell me that I was good at writing. And so now it's coming back out, and it's really enjoyable. Oh my gosh, I feel like Gonzo sometimes when I'm on the laptop typing at so fast.
Get into a flow state with it.
Yeah.
And time dissolves and you don't think about eating.
Oh my God, I am so bad about that.
That's how you know you're on the right track. You forget about eating.
I forget about eating, and then I remember I'm like, I'm starving.
That's how you know it's good.
I need food.
If that's not happening for me, I'm like, oh man, I need to adjust my life. I haven't had those moments where I forget about eating because I'm so into the activity and the flow state.
I love that. That's a
It's a
part of
barometer.
it. Yeah, barometer.
And I'm getting closer back to it, but there was a time when I was not getting any of those flow states.
Yeah.
Just dealing with the humdrum responsibility, day-to-day operations kind of stuff.
Oof.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a heavy burden sometimes.
A lot. Yeah. That's a beautiful question, and for me, I have a lot of things I'm excited about. I want to start recording videos of
I'm excited for that.
meditations and breath work, and just like getting on the screen and just starting to just talk about a topic. It's
really good practice just to start with where you're at with whatever quality you can do with the video and any of that, and just get comfortable with talking to the camera. I did a lot of that actually, and I got comfortable with it. Now I'm like super comfortable. I can just flip on the camera and talk to it. My problem is that I haven't been able to focus on what it is I want to make videos about. I have so much that I'm imagining and planning right now, and so it hasn't been time. I'm just trusting there will be a time when I'm going to start making a lot of videos where I'm talking to the camera and making YouTube videos like that. Yeah,
I get so curious about people, like, you know, you and I are similar. We have so many thoughts and so many ideas, and for me, it's like it's all coming in way too fast. There's like there's a sudden glimpse of like, okay, I'm gonna do this. I have this meditation that I can record, and if the equipment's not right there in front of me to get that done, there's already another thought that's kind of started to muddy that first thought. And so now I'm like thinking about, okay, I want to do meditation. Oh, I want to do this kind of meditation. Oh, what about that meditation? So then it gets like, okay, how am I going to get single pointed focus for this recording here? Keep that train going.
This is why I'm such a believer in home studios. Whatever that home studio looks, it doesn't need to be elaborate, it doesn't need to be expensive,
so
but a home studio from a feng shui perspective of like, this is equipment that's set up all the time, and I don't have to touch a thing to set it up. All I have to do is walk over, turn something on, and hit a button, and then I can make something. That's the level that it needs to be at.
Yes, and this is alluding towards what I think about healing as a whole, and just like and anything is like, make it easy. Yeah. Make it easy for you to do. Make it accessible.
Remove the friction.
If you could just go, like, if it's in your home, and the moment you get hit in the shower with like, I need to do this, like, I see exactly what I'm going to do. Yeah. You need to be able to get out of that shower, dry your butt, and go right to there.
Yeah.
Seize exactly. That moment. That's really flash.
I think that's the difference between prolific creators and people that like have all these ideas and never act on them. That's because the prolific creators are seizing that moment. They have what they need to jump right into the creation. Yeah. And they don't make excuses for why they can't do it.
Wow. Right. They got rid of the excuses.
That's
what they saw and said, okay, check that one off. That one's scratched out.
And it's an ongoing process. So they probably have excuses they're making for things they still want to do. But in general, they have removed most of the excuses.
Yeah. That makes me want to really just express my deepest gratitude for you, because you have made so many things possible for me. Really, truly. Like, some of my wildest dreams have been made possible because of you and your graciousness, your willingness to give and support me, and to let me borrow equipment to make this happen and other things happen, and the work that we get to do together too, like, as you know, as clients for, Star Child Creative. Hey, check out Star Child Creative. Actually, if you want any help with your creativity,
at Star Child Creative,
with your help with your creative ideas, make them into reality. He will do it.
I act as an accelerator for your projects. Thank you very much.
There we go. So and that's what happened, man. Like, you helped accelerate so much for me.
Nice.
And just deepest gratitude for your graciousness isn't the right word. It's it's just your, it's like a grandfather energy
Oh, nice.
where you're just like so giving
Mm-hmm.
because you want people to just like succeed, and you want to support them. It's
Yeah,
just very giving.
It does feel very pure from my end. Like
Yeah.
I don't have strings attached. It's
Yeah.
like I just want to see people being creative, enjoying
Yeah.
themselves, having fun at a party. It's
Mhm.
simple. Like
Yeah.
I don't have a motive other than like I want to have fun too.
Yeah.
Like let's all just have fun.
Let's all just
Let's
have fun.
play and have fun and be creative.
And people can share their gifts,
Mhm.
right? I mean, that's another thing about you is you want people to
I
share their
want to
gifts.
see people share their gifts, truly, and I want to be able to share mine as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What a
and
cool
that's
thing,
going to be a cooler and cooler world the more that happens.
Right. Right.
And so that's why in 2026 it's the year
Which
of
is
the
now.
waffle, because if you look into the have you looked into the history of waffles? It's incredible.
Oh my
Waffle
God.
parties were
Been
a big
happening.
thing
Yeah.
back in like the 1800s.
Oh my gosh.
Waffle parties have been a tradition, and waffles actually came out of wafers that were made by monks with intricate
wow.
cast iron patterns, that they would make these thin wafers, and then that
wow.
evolved into the waffle directly from that. And then the monks realized, oh, we're just making these as communion wafers, I guess. We could actually feed people from these like outside the church, and so they started
Wow.
expanding out. And then people started making intricate designs and family crests into the waffle irons.
Oh wow.
And patterns and stuff. And
Oh
then
my
it was
God.
originally over over fire,
Mm-hmm.
that they would turn the cast iron. You know, they had a blacksmith make them and turn them over the fire. And at these waffle parties, everyone would bring their own waffle irons. So there'd be people cooking waffles all independent or all together. It was a very communal experience instead of just like one person making all the food in a kitchen, hiding away. You know, it's like it was very open, and it's a different type of communal experience. The waffle party. Had no idea until just recently.
Party.
Yeah.
There's got to be a Ken Burns documentary out there about the waffle party.
Hopefully.
The waffle. Just
if not, we'll make a new documentary about
there we go.
2026 being the year of the waffle
the year
party.
of the waffle. You
Yeah.
thought it was the year of the fire horse.
It is
Sorry.
too.
Oh wait, it is.
It's
yes.
also the fire horse, but
Could be multiple things.
Yeah, on top of the fire horse is
And
a
beneath
giant
it.
stack of waffles and a satchel. And they're being kept warm, don't worry. They're being kept perfectly
yeah.
crispy, gooey on the inside.
Because he's a fire horse.
Yeah, it's got built-in heat for the
Built-in
waffle
heat for
iron.
the
Oh, that's
that's
perfect.
literally what he
oh
was
my
made
God,
for.
That's great. This is,
He is
that's even more evidence that 2026 is the year of the waffle. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, everybody.
Bonbonsnook.com.
Waffles will save the world. Bonbonsnook.com, which we are sponsored by. Not actually. If anyone is like, well, because I feel like if you're sponsored by somebody, you have to claim that. on
Oh
Spotify.
yeah, just loose sponsorship.
It's a very loose sponsorship. There's no money involved.
No.
There's only happiness, joy, and laughter. That's what we provide each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But on a serious note, thank
Yeah.
you so much, Ol, and it's such an honor to get to play that role in your life and in your creativity to help just inspire and help facilitate in the ways that I can, and then watch
Literally.
where you take it from there, because you've really run with this whole thing. I love what you're doing with your podcast and all of your breathwork offerings and your website, and just you keep keep taking it up a notch and a notch and a notch, and you just got that fire. You got that fire to
just put some
make
waffles
it
on me.
Yeah.
I'll keep them warm in my tummy.
Warm and crispy.
Warm and crispy. God, I got a hankering for some waffles right now.
You know, I'm going to start making frozen ones.
Sell them in Sundance?
Mm-hmm.
That'd be wonderful.
Yeah, that's the only place I sell my products is Sundance.
Hey, back to Sundance. It's full circle here. I feel like we started this with Sundance. We're ending this with Sundance.
Yeah.
And just lots of love and gratitude. And let me ask you this. This is how we'll finish. What does loving forward mean to you?
I think it means trusting in life and trusting in the flow of how you can positively bring joy and light to others, including starting with yourself and then with others. And that momentum that you can get behind. The wind in your sails.
Yeah.
I think it's the wind in your sails that
Mm-hmm.
carries you to wanting to share more and expand more into inspiring and helping more people.
Wow.
But starting with loving yourself first from that basis, and then letting the wind catch your sails from there.
Mm-hmm. That was the most beautiful answer that we've had in the history of this podcast.
I'm sure there'll be many more beautiful answers too.
But that one might actually go on a plaque.
Oh, do you have a plaque?
We're getting a plaque made right now with everything
wow.
that you just said.
That's so cool.
I know.
I'm gonna have to think of more
we
things
work
to say.
fast, dude. It was so beautiful. Wow, thank you so much for being here with me today, making the time.
You create such a beautiful container for this podcast. Anyone would be so lucky to come on this podcast and talk with you. You're a joy. I appreciate you so much.
Bon, I love you. I appreciate you, and everyone out there. Thank you. Thank you for listening. We'll see you soon.
Bye for now.
Bye.
Love you.
Love you. Bye. Thank you for spending your time with us at the Loving Forward podcast. I appreciate your presence, your attention, and your willingness to be curious while swimming in the mystery. If something in this episode resonated with you and you feel a call to explore your own healing work, I offer both in-person and online sessions in shadow work and breath work. I also lead in-person men's groups here in Eugene, Oregon, and I would love to have you join us. You can find all of this on my website and stay up to date on current offerings and my latest ponderings on Facebook and Instagram. The website and handles are in the description. These practices support nervous system regulation, emotional integration, and a more honest, embodied relationship with yourself and others. You're welcome to reach out, ask questions, or take the next step when it feels right for you. Contact information is in the description. Until then, keep listening to your body, keep honoring your truth, and keep loving forward as best you can. And so it is.